with Empowerment Inc. Been helping to empower people for over 40 years now. Thank you so much for joining on our weekly YouTube Live. Appreciate it a ton. I'm here in Phoenix, and we're gonna be talking about, are you in control? Especially with everything going on in the world right now. What just happened yesterday? I think we had some kind of election or something that just occurred. So I thought this would be a good topic. Ethan, my son, helped to come up with this idea like, hey, what can we control? Are you actually even in control? I think that's a really big place to start. Now, we've been helping people empower themselves for just over 40 years now. Got an amazing group of people in the training here that are taking our advanced class. We're running our fall training here in Scottsdale, Phoenix, Arizona, for those of you that are not familiar with Scottsdale. And everyone navigated what happened yesterday with grace and ease. We teach people how to have more internal control. How do you have more control within yourself? Because sometimes that's the only thing that you can control. Now look, it doesn't matter who you were voting for in the election. And what I mean by it doesn't matter, it matters to you. I don't want to talk about who should have won, who shouldn't have won. Are we happy who won? Are we not happy who won? At the end of the day, I ask people, what can you control? Like literally, what are you able to control? I remember when, and by the way, I've been teaching since the 90s, so I've seen a bunch of these moments where I'm actually teaching an advanced class during the election. And I always say to people, I say, it doesn't matter who lives in what color house on what part of the country, at the end of the day, you have control over your happiness and you have control over your situations in life. And that's gotta be at least a foundation for you. You know, there are events that occur in the world that people may not like, and at the end of the day, they can't control whether the event occurs or not. They can control their reaction to the event. That's the bare minimum. The bare minimum is, are you controlling your reaction to the event and going into a space of, I'm going to be in charge of my state. And state, what does state mean? So many people think it's emotional state. It's more than emotional state. Your energetic state. How do you feel energetically? Your mental state. If you've done a lot of work on yourself to get rid of negative emotions and you don't have a lot of anger, sadness, where's your mindset? Where is your mind at? Because if you are in a mental state of empowerment, then you're going to be able to navigate anything that happens, anything that occurs. And then it's your physical body, your physical reaction to things as well. What do you do? What type of action do you take? See, what happens is so many people are not present on the path. One of the big things that you got to do to create empowerment in your life is you need to learn how to be present on the path. Present means spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical. You only get a fraction of what's going on in the world around you. It's so easy to be distracted and to not be present. The most empowered individuals on the planet find a way to be present energetically, that's spiritual, mentally, that's with your mind and your focus, emotionally, that is emotionally present to the situation that's occurring, positive and negative, and then physically, being physically present and grounded in that moment. So here's a couple of techniques that you can do. First one, on our app, and it's you just type in NLP on any platform. I think we come up as the #1 app right now. And there's a free release technique on anxiety. So what can happen is our mind can get pulled into the future. Our mind can get pulled into, well, because this happened, here is the negative things that are going to happen in the future. That distracts you. That pulls you out mentally for sure. So that's one tool that you have to get yourself back on track mentally. Another tool that I'm going to share with you right now, super simple, is how do you ground? How do you energetically ground? Well, you just put both feet on the ground. Imagine that you're sending roots down into the earth. In Hawaiian, it's called aka. And it's just a connection to connect in with the earth element, just a faculty of your imagination. Imagine bringing up energy of grounding, that earth energy, all the way up to the tops of your thighs, and let any excess energy just flow right out into the earth. And when I teach people this at our Huna workshops, they find that their energy just becomes more peaceful and grounded. It was modeled from ancient traditions in Hawaii, which we teach at our Huna workshops. And both of those techniques are going to help you from an energetic and mental perspective. If you can control that, the trickle-down effect is amazing. It'll help to calm your emotions and also help with your physical body. So as we navigate the future and everything that's going to be happening, use those two techniques to help keep you focused so that you are able to be in control at the very least of you, okay? If you like what you heard and you want to subscribe to our channel, go ahead. You'll get an alert when I'm going live. Lots of free information on there. And go check out our website, nlp.com. We have 2 events left at the end of this year, 2 more to go, and one of them is virtual. So like I said last week, no excuses. No matter where you are on the planet, you can learn how to have more control mentally and emotionally at our virtual NLP training that's going to be the first weekend of December. Aloha, and see you all next week.